51 seconds of motherfucking logos.
It's said that the West was
Narration.
This is the legend of the Ghost Rider.
It's what's for dinner. Also, roll credits. Whatever this is.
He outran the devil himself.
Well, that doesn't even sound possible. Also, that's pretty easy when the devil doesn't run. Also, the devil's lone mode of transportation is running, apparently.
The thing about legends is sometimes they're true.
And sometimes they're not. Any other gems of wisdom for me before we get started? Carnivals.
Son, everything you do in life, every choice you make has a consequence.
And with that great powerful responsibility comes great,
When you do things without thinking, you ain't making the choice is making you.
Whatever that shit means. Marlboro somehow agreed to this product placement that placed their product in direct proximity to a man coughing to death from their product. There you go, kid, because he can never find more cigarettes at the carnival. Johnny and Roxanne's love is addicted to trees. Forever.
My dad's sending me to live with my mom.
But I figure when I turn 24 tomorrow, I'll officially be on my own.
So what are we gonna do, Johnny?
Impregnate her already!
Tomorrow, noon. We'll meet here.
Yeah, no sense in just leaving right now, because that'll give fate enough time to put some kind of stupid obstacle in our way. Movie hits the f***ing expositional jackpot with this shot right here. Oh, random pieces of paper in the trash? Better give that probably important document a look. Barton very neatly threw this letter into the wastebasket, instead of just crumbling it up like any sorry sack of shit smoker who doesn't give a f*** about cancer would do.
Where you going?
Nowhere, Dad.
He could be easy riding his way to Bangtown with Roxanne tomorrow, but he just had to be curious about trash, didn't he?
Far out.
You know, for all the 60-year-olds in the audience who enjoyed Easy Rider.
Johnny Blaze.
Discount Johnny Storm.
Just wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed watching you ride.
At a lot o'clock, and well after closing, and not in a creepy manner at all.
Perhaps you'd ride for me one day.
Apparently Satan needs ghost riders for speedy bounty hunting. He had a horse rider, and now he's recruiting a motorcycle rider. But why not choose a helicopter pilot? Why does the devil's soul-collecting ability have the limitation of earthly speed anyway? And why is he recruiting his future rider roughly 20 years before he actually needs him? How did the lightning outside cause a shadow like this? This is clearly an inside light shadow, but whatever. Devil's devil is devil.
What if I could help your dad? Would you be willing to make a deal?
Name your price.
Sure, strange dude I've never seen before in my life at the traveling carnival. I'll follow you anywhere.
I'll take your soul.
Yes, the creepy guy who showed up out of nowhere and started talking about your cancer dad is definitely quite the jokester. Contract itself cuts prospective signee, causing a blood drop, which the devil counts as a signature, but which Johnny had zero control over whatsoever. So I'm calling bullshit on the devil's bullshit contract bullshit. Also, dumb motherfucker who just signed his soul to the devil wakes up like it's all a dream cliche.
Great, right? At least that's what the doc said. We looked at my x-rays this morning.
This guy is not only 100% healed thanks to the devil's contract, but also woke up determined to go get x-rays after the letter we saw proved he's been actively avoiding contact with his doctor, and he got an appointment, x-rays, and a diagnosis before Johnny even woke up. Oh shit, I sold my soul to the devil face.
Poor old man will have the cops on you before you get to county line.
No, he won't, for a couple reasons. First, we were told that she was being sent away soon, and not necessarily tomorrow, so her being gone a couple of hours wouldn't raise any red flags. Second, how big is this county they're in that the dad can call the cops and they'll be at the county line before he can get across it? Weren't all the bikes, including the one the dad needed to ride for the show, in this tent the dad just stormed out of? Normal motorcycle crash under a huge tent somehow causes a big enough explosion for Johnny and everyone else on the outside to know something just went wrong. Also, he hasn't even gotten this bike out of the main camp yet by the time his dad is dead. He's slow, especially for someone racing to meet the love of his life.
Dad.
Superheroes always have dead or dying parents cliche. This is the guy the Ghost Rider outran earlier in the movie. You mean the currently disappearing guy, right? Devil meets hero at a crossroads cliche. The devil gives all his servants lessons in front of a green screen.
Forget about friends.
Apparently, Johnny's only friend is himself.
Forget about family.
Well, that's easy. His dad just died. How did she get all the way out here without transportation or loving parents? Also, Johnny rides all the way out to the makeout tree to stand up his girlfriend without even opening his mouth for as much as a lie. Refund.
Talk to me, man.
Max slaps a guy who could have a broken neck.
Is the bike okay?
Yeah. Bike's fine.
How the f would you know, ass? You literally all ran here to check on Johnny, and not one of you has either checked the bike or communicated with anyone else on the team who may have checked the bike.
JB, don't do anything.
Any network airing this would have explicitly made an interview part of the deal. Playing a motorcycle video game while on tour with a motorcycle stunt driver? Don't be that guy, man. The X Games just happen to be on right now so that the reporter can talk about Johnny Blaze while they're all on the trailer.
Luck don't cover it, JB. And you got an angel looking after you.
After what we've been told is many, many death-defying crashes, this is apparently the first time divine intervention has ever been mentioned. Demon shows up and makes a scary face for no one in particular. Discount Terminator Biker Bar. Blackheart's approach causes this beer to freeze over. which should cause everything within shouting distance to freeze over. And this freezing thing will pointlessly come up only one more time.
You touch the Carpenters or that chimp video again, and we got a scrap on our hands.
This guy makes impossible death-defying jumps, enjoys champagne glasses full of jelly beans, loves the Carpenters, and apparently everything monkey. And yet this still might only be the 10th most ridiculous Nicolas Cage performance ever. When Mac turned off the TV, there was a hilarious monkey karate video playing. TV channels do not magically start playing old-ass cartoons after monkey karate videos. I don't know what happened to make you hide behind the bar, but I bet whatever it is, it's a stupid idea for you to poke your goddamn head out like this.
I've come for the contract of San Venganza.
And to kill a saloon full of people for no reason. Haha, that is funny.
We both know you can't harm me here.
I may not have power over you in this world, but my rider does.
Why is that how it works?
I've never fallen. I never will.
Then how are you walking on the earth killing fools? Does God not pay attention to stuff?
The Ghost Rider, your favorite creation?
Yeah, you both know who the f***ing Ghost Rider is. I don't think you can get more clumsy with exposition than that.
I'll bury him, and then I'll bury you, Father.
Nope, spoke too soon. Johnny Blaze was getting pumped up to 70s tunes before Star-Lord was even a gleam in his daddy's eye. Whoever that ends up being.
Hey, JB.
You're stepping on Karen.
And that girl was thinner than I thought. Caffeine addiction. For the sake of a movie scene, and that alone, reporters will be allowed to gather in between the locker room and the bike jump site.
Johnny Blaze don't do no interviews, okay?
Not even for an old friend.
There's no way she heard that, and there's no way they heard her. And what the f*** is this dramatic entrance anyway? Also, every reporter stops doing their job because of this hot lady walking from aisle 18? The f*** is Johnny Blaze doing in an area where any peon getting a beer can come out and yell shit at him? Also, there's no way an entrance would be this devoid of people. There'd be at least one usher, 2 assholes standing in the way eating f***ing popcorn, another 3 dicks checking Eva Mendes out, and another 4 dudes who feel comfortable standing at entrances.
Hey, Johnny.
Just in case you thought there was some other hot chick in Johnny's life that they skipped over when he aged from supposedly 17 to allegedly 38. Actresses playing the same character look nothing alike, but they are both hot, so maybe the movie was banking on that to skate by. Seriously, what's keeping this rowdy crowd of motorcycle stunt enthusiasts so placid while they wait for Johnny to come out? I would wager there isn't even a f***ing rodeo clown down there.
300 feet from field goal to field goal.
This might be the worst interview conducted since Amber Waves interviewed Dirk Diggler, and they needed a producer for this interview? This might be the most unnecessary producers since Andy McDowell and Groundhog Day.
You want to stay for the jump, right?
Oh, we gotta get back.
We're here to cover the jump, but don't need to stay for the actual jump. That's how news works these days. Johnny changes the entire jump plan, including logistics, without his main handler and friend having a clue. Johnny remembers Roxanne from movie angles that are not from his own perspective. Also, are we to believe that the motorcycle's momentum in midair is somehow given a boost by fond memories? There's definitely something wrong here. Probably because it looks fake as shit. Johnny is lucky not to knock this kid's teeth out with his helmet. Yeah, there's pretty much no way he caught up to them, or knew where they were headed, but not Nicolas Cage. Not a real background.
You're on the side of the freeway.
Actually, you're in the middle of the freeway, which is why the cars are stacked up behind you. But whatever, semantics. Thankfully, no one in this traffic jam is upset about the traffic jam, because they're all star f***ers who value autographs over life, and who also apparently all recognized him from great distances. Roxanne looks at her phone in disgust as if Johnny has any idea what her cell phone number is, which we know he doesn't because she left before telling him. So she's already at the restaurant, but he hasn't even left yet? I mean, this hands getting hot bullshit should be happening at the restaurant, right? What kind of an asshole is this guy?
That day is today, Johnny.
But why? Is it a coincidence that this is happening precisely when he's supposed to be having dinner with his long-lost flame? Is the task of killing Blackheart so pressing that his motorcycle needs to cause property damage and small fires as he builds speed? Also, if this is how the Devil's Soul Collector actually worked, wouldn't we have heard about him by now? Yeah, that sign is facing the wrong way, because Johnny is clearly in Texas already. Actually, he's in Australia, but for movie purposes, he's in Texas. Also, there are no large cities this close to not Texas that a sign would be welcoming you to Texas this soon after leaving it. How does driving past a cop and a billboard explode the billboard but not the cop? There's an actual tumbleweed in this scene, as though this movie has done anything to earn some kind of Western street cred. For the filming of this scene, the director asked Nicolas Cage to do what he normally does when the camera isn't rolling. I heard Wes Bentley had to lift 300 pounds with his neck for 6 weeks to prepare for this role. How's my driving tag for a hilarious joke about bad driving cliche? Blackheart and his other minions do nothing while the Ghost Rider is obviously sneaking up on this guy. Yeah, no shit. Wait, they left? But why? Killing Blackheart was so important he burned up a whole street trying to get to him. Now he decides to call it a night after killing not Blackheart.
Wait, you think I'm pretty, right?
Way to write a strong female character movie.
Give me the damn bag!
Suddenly the Ghost Rider, who is under contract to do what the devil tells him to do, has an urge to fight random crime.
Thanks.
And with that, Rebel Wilson's comedy career was launched. How is it that the fire doesn't spread to this guy's clothes? Is it fake fire? Feel their pain. I'm sure I could feel their pain if there was anything I could actually see during this flaming montage of blurry diarrhea. So Ghost Rider, the guy the devil made by getting Johnny to sell his soul, is a good guy? I guess Johnny Blaze looked so casual in this flaming motorcycle that it went unnoticed by everyone in this town all through the remainder of the night up until morning. Also, where the f did Blackheart go? Was he really afraid of the Ghost Rider and actually left Earth completely for a night? Also, a couple of Wes Bentley's thugs and a random mugger, and that's all the evil there is to fight in the world tonight? How does he know that?
Morning, bonehead.
Hey, narrator presents self as actual character exactly halfway through the film.
Stop by the shed.
Thanks.
It does.
Somehow the caretaker thinks that Johnny will know what the hell it does means just by saying it.
The Rider's the devil's bounty hunter.
Deal is explained 20 years after Deal was made.
Sent to hunt down anyone that escapes from hell.
Like that regular human mugger you killed last night, who was an obvious escape demon.
Last one was 150 years ago.
In between then and now, the devil had no need of a Ghost Rider? Even though he recruited you about 17 years ago? For some reason?
Forensics on the bikers and the station manager suggest the same cause of death.
Sulfur poison.
First off, there's no way you got the autopsy results at the station manager so fast. Second off, how in the world do you not already have the autopsy results at the bikers? That shit happened like days ago.
Or a religious nut.
Hot-ass, totally recognizable reporter gets within inches of the chalk f***ing outline before anyone dares to question her.
Sulfur. Ever read the Old Testament?
Brimstone.
There you go.
What? She made that leap pretty damn quick, even for a movie reporter.
Yeah, like that much fire?
And with that, Rebel Wilson's comedy career continued, for some reason.
Don't.
Yes, it is in no way weird that you are somehow here at the scene of the crime just as I'm doing a live report. So let us go right into being mad at you for ditching me at dinner last night and ignore the super weird timing of this convenient occurrence.
Yeah, it hurt like hell, but you know what? I got over it.
Skip!
But you're still just a carny.
That's racist.
I got something.
How do you know that this burned license plate is something? CGI rubber abs. Now he's doing research, with Faust no less, rather than just riding back to the graveyard to ask Sam Elliott for answers.
Give me control over the possessing spirit.
This works. I want to say how he gains control of the fire on the first try, but I think the more sinful thing is the reporter chick who said she was done with him just randomly showing up right as that fire shit is happening.
But I am learning I'm getting control of it.
After one day.
We have your plate and a tread from your tires at the crime scene.
No, you don't. His plate came off when he was burning through the city before he reached the crime scene.
But I didn't kill anybody.
He says this about 16 times in this scene, but the fact is, yes, he did. A few even. And that's if you don't count his dad.
Nice jacket.
Guess it's a good thing it miraculously fits that. Nobody who cops for a living has noticed or seen or heard even one snip of this bullshit yet.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I've sinned a lot.
Honest question, could George Lucas have pulled a worse performance out of Wes Bentley than this movie did? And then the Ghost Rider walked out of the police precinct without anyone noticing. What is it, the Goonies? Hold it! Random cop decides to go with the baton rather than the gun when it comes to escapees with flaming skulls. Movie decides, F it. We don't need to keep up that Texas illusion anymore. Let's have Ghost Rider drive on the highly recognizable Southgate footbridge in Melbourne. I realize he's a skeleton, but nobody shoots at him right now? Fire, hail, demon or no, water should still extinguish fire.
Abigor, you know what to do.
He does? And why don't you go with him? Why don't all three of you go? Abigor came to use his supernatural ability of pushing. Well, of course she lives in an apartment in perfect viewing position for Ghost Rider's latest stunt, right? She got here already? I'm okay with the ghost guy defying the laws of physics, but her? Because helicopters can just recover after being swung in the air like that. The cops just let Roxanne walk towards a dangerous suspect in front of all their guns.
But what he found there was so evil that he took the contract and rode off.
Any reason why he had to wait for Ghost Rider's second visit to give him this important expositional shit? Absolutely no one from the police is watching Johnny's apartment after all the shit that just happened.
I need the contract.
Why did it take Blackheart so long to find this cemetery? Seems like he could have found this on day one. How come Ghost Rider knew where to find these assholes to fight them last night, but tonight they're able to come to his second home and beat ass on his mentor without him coming to stop them?
Where's Roxanne?
Where and how long have you been looking for her? You started this search in the morning, but you couldn't have gone to too many places because you're wanted for murder. Also, we know she has a cell phone, and despite the fact that she never gave you the number, she somehow thinks you have it. So why didn't you try calling that? So what the hell have you been doing for 14 hours?
Not even close.
Somehow Blackheart knows where Johnny Blaze lives, and knows that Roxanne would be there for some reason. Donna Logie. No cop notices Johnny on this loud-ass motorcycle. Despite the fact that it's dark and the rider comes out in the presence of evil, Blackheart is somehow able to surprise Johnny.
Your penance stare doesn't work on me.
Then why did you sit around doing nothing the 2 times you had a chance to kill him?
He may have my soul, but he doesn't have my spirit.
What is the difference?
Any man who's got the guts to sell his soul for love, got the power to change the world. You did it for the right reason. Maybe that puts God on your side.
Why did the devil approach Johnny if he was doing it for the right reason? to avoid things like having God on your side?
Something got us 500 miles from here.
Why did Blackheart set the meeting at that place, rather than just secretly following Johnny to the cemetery and swooping in to get the contract? If Carter Slade is still alive, then what kind of trick did he pull off so that the devil couldn't find him?
Can you keep up?
Despite the fiery transformation of the horse, it still looks like Johnny is holding back so that Carter can keep up. It's not like the horse is moving any faster than a normal horse here. I guess this lizard was not innocent.
This is the end of the trail for me.
What? You literally just had one last ride in you then? No fight at all? Is there a rule about two Ghost Riders fighting together? Because the movie just masturbated all over itself on the idea, only to instantly shut that down.
I could only change one more time, and I was saving it for this.
Wait, they set a limit for the amount of transformations a Ghost Rider can do? And how do you know the exact number? Also, you did it only so you could show Johnny where the town was? That's a waste, especially since his Ghost Rider instinct should have been able to locate the place on its own. Why didn't you just stay fiery and help Johnny out when he needed it? Water that was nowhere this deep is suddenly this deep so that this can happen. Guy who was told to stick to the shadows rides into town out in the open on the main road. Did he not explicitly say earlier in the movie he can sense nearby evil? How does he have to look for this asshole?
You change, she dies.
Let her go first.
Now change into the Ghost Rider though, right? Right? Also, she's at the very least paralyzed now, but I'm sure the movie will make it seem okay in a couple minutes. Blackheart allows this close-range exchange rather than ordering Johnny to just drop the contract where it is. Supernatural beings will now box for the future of Earth. Flameball fight. Also, that hurt him? But why? Roxanne's boob power activated. Why didn't he just do this shit before? Flaming Gargle Poop Pea Stains Part 2. Wes Bentley.
I'm not afraid.
Roxanne's standards took a huge hit after that waiter gave her the mad look.
The deal's a deal.
No.
Blaze defies the devil, who made him, which makes negative sense. How is the devil able to create riders but not control them?
The spirit of vengeance.
Roll credit. Oh, that's too early, isn't it?
Where will you go now?
Wherever the road takes me, I guess.
Why can't these two be together again? They love each other. They even kiss here in a moment. And he's human during the daytime, right?
My daddy once said if you don't make a choice, the choice makes you.
Actually, he said,
when you do things without thinking, you ain't making the choice is making you.
But I'm sure he'll let this bit of paraphrasing go by while he rolls in his grave.
It's said that the West was built on legends.
Sometimes it's said twice. The guy who directed Daredevil? No wonder.
When somebody tells you comedy folk are good honest people, you can spit in their faces for me.
This is the legend of the Ghost Rider. Lost my train of thought here. But, hell. I done introduced him enough.
Name your price.
Play the best song in the world, or I'll eat your soul.
You killed him.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Your soul is mine.
Sometimes there's so much beauty in the world. I feel like I can't take it.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
Up and away, Webb! Shazam! Go! You didn't say the magic word.
10-4 on that.
What's the suspect's location?
He's not on a tree, he's flying on rooftops!
Bring it to me in San Venganza, and maybe I'll spare your girl's life.
That wasn't part of our deal, Blackheart! That wasn't part!
The rider is coming.
The mystic portal away. Will you be quiet?
Let her go first.
Very poor choice of words.